Red factory D-ring shackles built into this bumper. Chevy just changed the brief. There is one factory engineering decision in this TERRA FX that no American half-ton has delivered at this price point. Not Ford, not Ram. I will show you exactly what it is before this video ends. But first, the $76,000 question. Whether the TERRA FX is worth it depends entirely on how you use this truck. Weekend trail runner needing factory backup on technical terrain? The math looks very different from a buyer who wants the look without the mission. This video covers exterior hardware, interior spec, the powertrain case, and the origin story behind this build. One thing up front, this brief did not start in a standard Chevy product planning meeting. Stay with me. Everyone locks onto those massive MT tires in the lifted stance. That is not the most important decision here. The critical element is the factory adaptive air suspension, visible in the UI, terrain mode, height at low. Chevy built variable height air into the TERRA FX production spec. Factory ride height control for terrain clearance and highway stability. Ram TRX runs coilovers at $95,000. This does it with air at $76,000. Speculative tech number 1, predictive terrain ride height. The system reads GPS topography and pre-adjusts suspension height 400 meters before grade change. Reactive adjustment always arrives after the obstacle. This eliminates that delay. What it closes is the approach angle gap every fixed height competitor accepts as permanent. The cabin tells where this brief landed. Dark charcoal leather, near black, with embossed geometric chevron pattern on the seat bolster and white contrast stitching on every seam. That material density sits closer to a Ram TRX interior than anything Chevy has built in a production 1500 at this price. The vertical portrait infotainment is the correct call. Portrait orientation gives topographic trail map full vertical real estate. Grade, route, terrain, readable at a glance. Ford's Raptor R runs landscape, compressing trail mapping into a horizontal strip requiring interaction while moving. Speculative tech number 2, live terrain overlay navigation. The system overlays real-time suspension telemetry directly onto the topographic trail map. Knowing vehicle geometry relative to terrain eliminates approach angle guesswork on technical sections. What it eliminates is the driver uncertainty that forces unnecessary stops. Missed the mark. The steering hub carries the full Chevrolet name in brushed aluminum, not a TERRA FX performance badge. At this spec level, that reads corporate. Ford's Raptor hub carries Raptor, identity, not branding. The exterior is where the origin of this brief becomes unmistakable. This brief did not begin with build a better ZR2. It began with Ford's Raptor R and Ram's TRX dominating the performance half-ton conversation for 3 consecutive years without a real Chevy answer. The brief was not match their power numbers. It was build a factory trail-capable 1500 with air suspension that neither competitor can touch below $80,000. That intent is visible in every exterior decision ahead. Front bumper. Black steel skid plate with integrated red recovery tow hooks. Factory mounted, not dealer added. LED light bar on the hood leading edge. Trail lighting without a pod kit. Grille. Chevrolet full name across the top bar. Hexagonal mesh below. Fenders. Wide black composite flares adding trail clearance beyond the bodyline. Wheels. Black 6-spoke alloy, estimated 20 inches. Aggressive MT rubber with tall sidewall. Rear. Red D-ring shackles at both corners. Black steel bumper. Chevrolet stamped tailgate. Sport bar in bed. Every exterior decision is mission functional. Nothing added for visual effect that does not also serve terrain or recovery purpose. Engine. 6.2-liter V8, 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, 10-speed automatic, 4-wheel drive standard. That low RPM torque, combined with factory air suspension height control, manages technical terrain without the throttle aggression that causes wheel spin on loose surface. Speculative tech number 3, adaptive axle load sensing. The system monitors axle weight distribution in real time and adjusts front-to-rear torque split before wheel spin occurs, not in response to it. The gap it closes, Ram TRX detects slip and corrects after the fact. This prevents the spin condition from existing. What it eliminates is the momentum loss every TRX driver accepts on the first loose surface transition. Against F-150 Raptor R at $80,000, factory air suspension and recovery hardware unavailable at any Raptor price point. Against Ram TRX at $95,000, $19,000 less with air suspension standard. TRX wins on peak horsepower by 280, nothing else. Engineering case complete. Financial case next. Now, here's what I actually think. Completely straightforward. That Raptor R and TRX brief explains every decision. The factory D-rings are not accessories, they are a mission statement. The air suspension, portrait trail screen, terrain overlay, all trace to one objective: make a $95,000 TRX buyer question the price gap. Whether Chevy closed it depends on what you value at $76,000. Expect the 2027 Silverado TERRA FX between $73,000 and $78,000 depending on package selection. Ram TRX opens at $95,000, 702 horsepower, no factory air suspension at any price point. F-150 Raptor R runs $80,000, 700 horsepower, no factory recovery shackles, no air ride. Standard Silverado ZR2 opens at $62,000. The $11,000 to $16,000 TERRA FX Premium delivers the air suspension system, the factory D-ring recovery package, and portrait terrain infotainment. For buyers planning a 4 to 5 year hold, factory-differentiated trail trucks with genuine suspension distinction retain 55 to 59% of MSRP at 48 months versus 46 to 50% for aftermarket lift equivalents with comparable tire packages. The factory air suspension is the retention driver. A lift kit simply cannot replicate it at trade-in. If you need a production truck that handles technical terrain with factory recovery integration, this is the correct vehicle. If peak desert horsepower is your primary metric, TRX delivers more, measurably. What the TERRA FX earns its premium through is factory system integration, air suspension, recovery hardware, and terrain intelligence, all specified from one brief. Those red D-ring shackles are not accessories. They are Chevy's answer to every trail buyer told to go aftermarket. If you have run technical terrain in a Ram TRX or F-150 Raptor R, I genuinely value your read. $76,000 for this TERRA FX with factory air suspension, or $80,000 for the Raptor R plus your own recovery kit. Next, the 2027 GMC Sierra 1500 Denali. Same platform, different mission. Subscribe so you do not miss it.